not doing this, guys. This is sweat. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my May favorites. I actually have quite a few favorites, so let's just jump right into it. First up for makeup, I have this palette right here. This is from Rudegirl Cosmetics. This is their Badass Rudegirl palette in book 6. Supposedly it's a special edition. They actually sent this palette to me a while ago, and I just started playing around with it, and I've been loving this palette so far. It has a good mix of bold colors as well as neutral colors, mattes and shimmers. So if you're looking for a new palette or a starter palette, I think this is a great one to start with because there's so much versatility. You have a lot of options, and the colors are really pigmented. I've been playing around with the blues, and the greens are really great too. So it's been really fun playing around with this palette because I'm the kind of person who doesn't really invest in a lot of bold shadows because I don't know how often I'm going to use it. So this palette is really great because you can still have your neutrals but have the option of playing around with some different colors. Next, I'm going to move into skincare or makeup, or this. I don't really know what this falls under. It's like half makeup, half skincare, but this is from Clarins. This is their Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, and I have been loving this. You probably saw this in my morning routine video if you watched it, but this is something that I've been using every day, twice a day sometimes, like when I wake up and at night before I do my makeup. This is the raspberry flavored one. I'll do a little swatch for you guys, but it kind of has a slight raspberry pinkish tint to it. For the most part, it's pretty clear and translucent. Like, it'll give my lips a little bit of a tint, but not too much. And this is amazing. It's so comfortable on my lips, instantly hydrates it and leaves it feeling so good. And my lips have been really dry lately from the weather, not staying hydrated enough, so this has been really great for that. And the doe foot applicator is actually really thick and soft, and I use it to massage my lips sometimes. Like, I'll go over my lips several times because it just feels so good. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for a good lip product. I usually wear this as like a lip balm or a chapstick, and then I'll use it before I apply my lip color, just so it can have some hydration. But if you want, you can also just wear this bare and go for that clear gloss look. Next up from skincare, I have this sunscreen from Shiseido. This is their Clear Stick UV Protector with SPF 50. You can use this on your face and your body, and I love that you can just apply it like this, straight onto your face. It's super easy and really fun to apply. It goes on clear, so there's no white cast over your face or anything like that. You just swipe it on. It's super lightweight. Sometimes I don't even use primer when I use this. I'll just go right in with the foundation because this almost feels like a primer. This also has wet force technology, so if you go in the water or if you start sweating, its protection actually strengthens. Really, this has made applying sunscreen so much easier. Like, I find myself actually doing it more often. Sometimes I get lazy and I begrudgingly apply sunscreen, but with this, it's just so quick that I'm just like whoop, 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 done, and then can go. You can also use this for your body. I think I mentioned that already, but I try not to because it is such a small stick and I don't want to go through it too quickly. If you're the kind of person who gets lazy with their sunscreen too, I really would recommend this because it might, you know, make you want to apply sunscreen more often, and sunscreen is really, really friggin' important, especially because summer is coming around. Next up for skincare, I have this Vitamin C Elixir from CLE. I know what it looks like. I didn't use very much of it, but that's because I smashed my first bottle. If you guys follow me on Instagram and watch my stories, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but yes, I sadly smashed my first bottle. First of all, I love vitamin C in general because it brightens your skin, helps with hyperpigmentation and any dullness, things like that. So I love vitamin C. This is an anti-aging serum. It's like an oil serum hybrid, so the texture is it's really nice. My skin gets hydrated, it feels moisturized, and it's just really fun to apply. It also does have a light scent to it that's very herbally. I love how this smells. I was looking this up beforehand to find the ingredients, and I'll share it with you guys. I'll just read it off. There's obviously vitamin C. It also has rosa canina oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba seed oil, and phytosqualene, which reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. There's vitamin B6, antioxidants, amino acids, ferulic acid. I will, again, link everything down below as I always do, so if you want more information, you can check it out. One thing I also really love about this serum, I don't think you have to refrigerate it. I haven't been refrigerating it. With other vitamin C serums, it says specifically on the box that you should refrigerate it. Because this is a serum and an oil, you will want to shake this and mix it up. That's how I shattered my first bottle. I was doing my skincare routine. I had used other serums, so my hands were kind of slippery, and I was shaking it like this, and it just slipped out, hit the ground, and just shattered. And the bottle is actually really thick. So the fact that it shattered, I was just so sad. I'm gonna move on to my media favorites now. I had a lot of favorite songs last month. They're all on my Spotify playlist, but I was in a vibe, you guys. I was in a mood, and the songs just had this like romantic, dreamy feeling, and I just loved it. Here are two songs that I really, really loved. The first song is called Lowkey. It's by an artist named Niki, who is an Indonesian artist, and she's part of the 88 Rising collective. I really love the song because it's just a really happy, feel-good song to me. It's about meeting a guy and being low-key about the relationship, and she actually has an episode on Genius Music explaining the lyrics and the meaning of the song. So it's about like young love, like first approaching it and keeping it low-key because you don't want to be high-key about it. And I love her play on words, and the lyrics are just so good and clever to me, and how she just mixes them together and it makes sense, and it has double meanings and symbolism. Like, I really, really appreciate that in songs. It just makes the entire song like a lot more fun. And it's just a good vibey song, so definitely check it out. The second song is called Love Herself by an artist named Lili Kendall, and it's also another feel-good song, and she has some killer vibes going on. Like, she looks so cool. I tried to find the lyrics, but I couldn't find it anywhere. From what I can tell and what I can hear from the lyrics, the song is about just being in love with love. All of those feel-good feelings, and it's a really nice song to wake up to. Like, one morning, that's the only song I had playing all morning as I got ready, and it just put me in such a good feeling. And I guess I've been in a really lovey-dovey state of mind right now. I don't know. Those are two songs that I've been really loving and highly, highly recommend. They just feel really, really, they just make me feel really good. Moving on to my last media favorite, we're gonna switch gears a little bit because this is not lovey-dovey at all. I've been watching the Chernobyl series on HBO. First of all, I only got HBO so I could watch Game of Thrones. And let's talk about that really quickly. My thoughts on Game of Thrones. Obviously, I also was a little bit disappointed with season 8, the last season of Game of Thrones. By the last episode, I was just like, this is what it is. Like, this is how it's gonna end. I'm just glad. Honestly, I'm glad that it's over because it was a lot of intensity and investment over a long, long period of time. So I'm just glad to see it end, and all the characters seem to have the ending that they wanted, at least within the Stark family. Except for the uncle. That's all I have to say about Game of Thrones. Like, I'm just glad that it ended. Back to Chernobyl. I really love watching horror movies, and Chernobyl it's used a lot in horror movies. So when I saw they were coming out with this series really showing what happened at Chernobyl and all the events that took place, I was really intrigued by it. Then I looked into it and saw that it actually got really good reviews. There's 4 episodes out now, and I've seen 3 of those, and they have been amazing, really good, and they give you a really good look at what happened at Chernobyl. I think there are a few things, like there's a fictitious character, but for the most part, it's pretty true to the events that occurred. I think it's pretty important for everyone to understand what happened at Chernobyl and why it's so important. I think it's really important because although it happened in Ukraine, it's kind of a part of our world history and how people understand nuclear reactions, nuclear energy, and how disastrous it can be. It was shocking because a lot of people at that time, I think everyone at that time, they didn't know that nuclear reactors could explode, which sounds so stupid today, but back then they really didn't think it was a possibility. So it is a part of like our world history and our understanding. It's a really good series, you guys, so I highly recommend it if you're interested in that stuff whatsoever. Yes, sorry to end on that note. That was my last favorite of the month of May. But I hope you guys enjoyed all the other stuff. The sun's kind of setting and being really weird. So thank goodness that was my last favorite because I'm sweating. It's so hot in here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys found some favorites that you can check out also. I will be doing a tutorial on this makeup look, so look out for that. If you guys have any favorites you want to share with me, please leave them down in the comments below. Again, I will link everything in the description box, so if you want more information on anything, feel free to check there. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!